Okay, so already you know that the sum of interior angles of a triangle, that's 180 degrees. Sum of interior angles of a triangle. Sum of interior angles of a triangle. Right. Okay. Sum of interior angles. Then here 40 degrees. Here 60 degrees. Then you know 40 plus 60 is 100. 100 plus 80, which is 180. Then here you know 65 degrees. Here 35 degrees. So 65 plus 35, you know, that 100. So this should be 80 degrees. So every time the sum of interior angles, 65 plus 35, 100. Yeah, 100 degrees. 100 plus 80, 180 degrees. Yeah, so sum of interior angles of any triangles of 40, 80, 60 equals to, then here 180 degrees, here as well. 65 plus 65 degrees plus 35 degrees plus 80 degrees equals to 180 degrees. Okay, so sum of interior angles of any triangle, that triangle could be a smaller one, a bigger one, but without considering that fact, I mean, then when it comes to any triangle, sum of interior angles of any triangle sum is 180 degrees. Now let's do some sums of that's learned fact. So here this is x, this is x, this is x. So the value of x we are able to calculate setting up an equation that x plus x equals to 180 degrees. So x means here 1x, 1x, 1x. 1x plus 1x, 2x plus 1x, 3x. 3x equals to 180 degrees. Both sides we are able to divide using 3, so we are able to get the value of x, that 60 degrees. How about this one? This is 65 degrees, this is 30, this is y. How do we get the value of y here? Yes, find y. You know, here is a triangle. This, I will tell you this one already. You know that you've been told the sum of interior angles of a triangle. Then what you need to do is just to pause a video, and after that you are able to get the value of the unknown term here. So let's get the value of y here. So y plus here, this means 90 degrees, y plus 90 degrees plus 65 degrees equals to 180 degrees. So you know 90 plus 65, 90 degrees plus 65. So here 155 degrees. So 155 degrees, sum of these two angles is 155. So y plus 155 degrees equals to 180 degrees. Now we are able to get the value of y here. Then from both sides you are able to subtract 155. So 180 minus 155. So this one can be cancelled out, plus 155 and minus 155. After that 180 minus 180 degrees minus 155. Then 10 minus 5, 5. Then here 7 minus 5, 2 here. 10 minus 5, 5. Yes, 155. Yes, 5, 9, 6, 9 plus 6, 15. Yeah, 155. 155 here. 10 minus 5, 5. Yes, 55, 70. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So the answer is 25 degrees. The value of y is 25 degrees. So, how can we get the value of this one here, x? Yes. How can we get the value of x here? Yes, x here. Yes, here x minus 10, x minus 20, x minus 30 degrees. How do you get the value of x here? I know that when it comes to your textbook, it's unable to see this type of question in your textbook. Just to think of the way of getting the value of x here. Yes, think of it. You know, sum of these three, anyway, the basic idea that we learned so far is sum of interior angles of any triangle is 180 degrees. Therefore, we are able to set up this equation x minus 10 degrees, here 10 plus x minus 20 degrees plus x minus 30 degrees equals to 180 degrees. So here, these like terms can be added. like terms, I mean x plus x plus x, x plus x 2x, here 1x plus 1x 2x, 2x plus x 3x. So here 3x. In addition to that, you could see here minus 10, minus 20, minus 30. Okay, so when it comes to the lesson of previously in this term, in the first term test, you've been taught about the way of doing these sorts of adding these sorts of directed numbers. Minus 1, just to think of this one, minus 1 plus minus 3 is minus 4. Likewise, then the same idea here, this means minus 1 minus 3. So this here also it has given to add these two digits, that minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4. So likewise here you are able to add these, then here when you add these two, then minus 1 minus 3 means minus 4. So here you need to put minus, and 1 minus 3, 1 plus 3 is 4, minus 4. Here also you are able to add these values, then putting minus here, 10 plus 2, 20 plus 10 plus 10 plus 20, 30 plus 30, 60. So here 60, minus 60. So minus 60, don't forget here you need to write that minus 60. So now we are able to get the value of x here, that minus 60 equals 180. Here is a simple equation. So to both sides it's able to add plus 60 here, plus 60 degrees. Then here minus 60, therefore we are adding plus 60 to both sides. So these two can be cancelled out. 3x equals to 180 plus 60 degrees, which is 240 degrees. So 3x equals to 240 degrees. 3x equals to 240 degrees. Now this can be divided, you are able to divide both sides by 3. So the value of x we are able to get as 80 degrees. Okay, so these are the sums, basic sums related with the sum of interior angles of a triangle. Now I'll teach you the related sums of quadrilaterals of when it comes to quadrilaterals, sum of interior angles of a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. What's a quadrilateral? Quadri. Sum of interior angles of a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. What is a quadrilateral? Quadri means then 4, right? Okay, so here is a quadrilateral. Here is a quadrilateral. Here is a quadrilateral. Here is a quadrilateral. So sum of interior angles of quadrilateral. Quadrilateral is a plane figure that can be drawn. Then here's a closed figure. This type of one can be drawn using 4 straight lines. But don't forget, here is this drawn diagram should be a plane figure, and also this should be closed. Okay, so closed plane figure which is having 4 sides. Okay, that's a quadrilateral. Anyway, so here sum of interior angles of a quadrilateral. Now I'm going to divide this quadrilateral into 2 segments. So here is a triangle, that triangle. Then here also a triangle. Previously we learned that the sum of interior angles of triangle is 180 degrees. So the sum of interior angles of this triangle, of this triangle, this angle, this angle, this angle. Sum of these 3 angles equals to 180 degrees. Here as well, sum of these 3 angles also, should be equal to 180 degrees. So sum of these 3 angles 180, sum of these 3 angles 180. So 180 degrees plus 180 degrees, which is 180 times 2 equals to 360 degrees. So this means sum of interior angles of any quadrilateral is equals to 360 degrees. Okay, so now we are able to do the sums. So how can you get the value of x here? Here x, here 120 degrees, here 100 degrees. Yes, let's get the value of x here. Yes, so x plus, let's set up an equation. X plus 100 degrees plus 120 degrees equals to 360 degrees. Yes, so x plus x 2x, then 100 plus 120 equals to 220. 220 equals to 360 degrees. Now both sides here plus 220, therefore you are able to subtract minus 220, you could subtract from both sides. So now let's simplify this one and this one, plus value and minus value. After that, I will write this equation here. 2x equals to 360 minus 220. 360 minus 220. 0, then 140. 2x equals to 140 degrees. You are able to get the value of x, that's 70 degrees. Okay. So this here is a sum of related with the sum of interior angles of a quadrilateral. Okay. Yes. Let's do this type of one. This type of one. This is 90. This is 90. This is y plus 10. This is 3y. Yes. How do we get the value of y here? Yes. The value of y here we are able to get, I will write this one as 20, y plus 20, y plus 20, y plus 20, y plus 20, here y plus 20, y plus 20. How do we get the value of y here? Yes, we are able to set up an equation here as well, like we did previously as well. Then here, then 3y plus y plus 20 equals to, how do we get the value here? Then already here 90, here 90. This means here 90, here 90. 90 plus 90, 180. Okay. So plus 180 equals to 360 degrees. So 3y plus y, 4y. 4y plus 20 plus 180 equals to 360 degrees. So 20 plus 180 is 200 degrees equals 360 degrees. Now you are able to get the value of y here. 4y plus from both sides you are able to subtract 200. So from here as well you could subtract 200 degrees. Then you could simplify this one and this one, plus 200 and minus 200. So 4y equals to 360 minus 200 degrees. So 0, 6, 1 equals to 4y equals to 160 degrees. Now both sides you are able to divide by 4. Now the value of y can be taken as 40 degrees. So this is the basic idea of the sum of interior angles of triangles and the sum of interior angles of quadrilateral. I will be doing another segment of this lesson, part 2 of this video instantly in the near future, within few days, so as to improve your knowledge of maths. Okay, thanks a lot.